Hi, I'm Solomon Peretsky, and I'd like to welcome you to a brokerage skill mini course on tracking activity metrics from Custom Skills Development. We help commercial real estate professionals grow their business and make more money by providing individually tailored training and development solutions. What we're going to be talking about today with tracking activity metrics is we're going to start by talking about why it's so important to track your metrics. We're going to get right into the 3 activity metrics that you need to be tracking, which are your telephone activity, your meeting activity, and then your deal activity. We're going to kick right into how to track these metrics, give you some techniques that work. And then after that, we're going to talk about the next step you can take to continue growing. Tracking metrics are important because, believe it or not, it's human nature to assume you've done more than you've actually done. Sorry to say it, but it is what it is. So because of that, if we don't really have a record of what we've accomplished, we may think we've done more than we actually have. And knowing what you've done is really the gateway to coaching yourself, because if you don't know what your activity is, how can you identify where you need to change? And for that matter, and this is something we find in our professional coaching, if you don't have good data on what you're actually doing, you don't have anything that you can share with a coach to help them help you get better. At the core, what I'm really talking about is the concept that you need to scrutinize to optimize. And what I mean is, if you want to get better at anything, you have to have a very clear sense of what you're doing so you can develop a sense of how to get better. And that's really the focus of tracking activity metrics. It's to scrutinize your business so you can turn around and optimize it. Let's get right into the metrics. First thing you're going to be tracking is what you do on the phone. And it's as basic as the number of dials. Now, let me just take a minute, because some of you may work at brokerage shops where you can get a report from your manager on how many dials you make. Well, that report's not that helpful, because all that report tells you is how many times you pick up the phone and dialed it. The computer doesn't know why you're dialing. So a dial is, for the purposes of your business development activity, it's when you pick up the phone to reach someone that's not an existing client that you're following up with. It's not a significant other, it's not a vendor, it's not a deal management call. It's when you're picking up the phone to talk to someone to turn them into a client. It's a business development call. So you want to track those calls independent of whatever's on the call report. You may also want to track the times you're calling, because you may have different levels of effectiveness in the morning or the afternoon or the evening or lunchtime, and if you're not tracking it, you don't really know. So you're going to track your business development dials. The other thing you're going to do is track how often those dials actually get a human being on the other side of the line. And to be clear, a contact is when you're talking to the person that either you meant to call or the equivalent of the person you meant to call. So if you're calling a company with 3 partners and they're all equal decision makers, and you called for Janie but you get Bob instead, that's fine. That's a contact. If you get Janie, that's a contact. If you get Steve the secretary, that's not a contact. So you want to know how many real dials you're making to develop your business and how many real people those dials are turning into. Once you've done those, you got to track the meetings. And it really starts by tracking the number of meetings you've booked and the number of meetings you attended, because those 2 numbers aren't always the same. Within the meetings you attended, there's really 2 key types of meetings you need to pay attention to. The first is when you sit down with a client to present a BOV, a CMA, a proposal, whatever you call it, to turn that client from a prospect into someone you have a signed listing or leasing arrangement with. The second type of meeting is that first time you sit down with a client and you just booked a meeting with them, you've never done business with them before, it's been a very long time, and you're assessing that client's needs so you can acquire them as a client. Those 2 meetings, that first sit down, which is about assessment and acquisition, and that second sit down, which is about turning a presentation of a proposal into a deal or into a written commitment. Those are the 2 most important meetings. You're going to go on follow-up meetings, whether it's to keep a relationship with a client you play golf with once a quarter, whether it's to meet with a vendor or a third party, and those are an important part of running your business. But this is running your business. These 2 meetings here are about building your business. So these are the most important ones to be tracking. In addition to tracking meetings, now we got to start tracking deals. How many offers do you write? And if you can track how many of them you're writing on listings, especially your own listings, that's a great thing. How many listings are you getting? How many deals are you putting under contract? And which side of those deals are you on? So you can figure out your proportion. And then, of course, not only how many deals you're closing, but how much money you're booking on each of them. Because knowing the money relative to the closing will tell you a lot about your business. So these are the key metrics you're going to be tracking. Your phone activity, your meeting activity, and then your deal activity. So how do you track your phone calls? Now at this point, I should be selling you a complicated activity tracking system. And I've seen a bunch of them, and in my experience, they don't work that well because they're a pain in the butt. So I'd like to share something that I developed when I was an agent. It's something I shared with the agents I taught when I was in brokerage management for a national firm, and it's one I teach my clients now. It's a daily tick sheet. And it's not that expensive. All you need to do is buy a legal pad. In fact, this is the upper left corner of a legal pad page. So there's 4 things on the page. The date of your calls. Just ticks for the number of actual business development dials you make. And ticks for the number of people you get on the phone. And since you're using a whole legal pad page, you got all kinds of room to jot down notes. Hopefully your handwriting's better than mine. This is it. It's simple, it's easy, it doesn't get in your way, and it makes you productive. Your other data you're going to track on your calendar, or you're going to combine with this data on the quarterly activity tracking sheet that we've developed. Now we'll give this to you. The page where you got this course has actually got a download link. If you got this on YouTube, just go to our website at customskills.com. You'll see courses on the menu, free courses and activity tracking metrics, and you'll find a download link there. This is an Excel spreadsheet. It's all set up for you. All you need to do is every quarter you just update with the last Saturday of the first week, and it'll fill in all the dates. And then you just fill in all your data for every week. The calls and contacts come off your tick sheet for the week. You'll have 5 or 6 for the week. The number of meetings you booked, the number you went on, the number of BOVs or proposals you presented, how many offers you wrote, how many new listings you took, how many expired listings you had. Hopefully there's a lot of zeros there. How many deals you put under contract that week, how many deals that fell out. Hopefully there's a lot of zeros. Your total number of deals under contract at the end of the week, and then the number of closings that week, the money you earned. Hopefully you have a lot of weeks like this one. That's a great week. Fill it in. The sheet will total it all up for you, and at the end of the quarter, you've got a 1-page summary of what you did that you can then use for your own business, or you can share with your coach or mentor. That's tracking activity metrics. It's not that complicated, so I really encourage you to go out to do it. And the reason it's important to do it is you've got to scrutinize what you're doing to optimize your results. So really doing this is the first step in starting to get a handle of your business. So let's talk about the next step you can take, which is learning more about activity metrics and learning more about commercial real estate in general. I want to encourage you to visit Custom Skills Development. We're online at www.customskills.com, and you can learn all about our tools, which include Retool, which is an automated program, web-based, that integrates business planning, activity tracking, personal goal setting, and it also will help you develop a personal brand approach. It's an amazing program. We've got free courses in both brokerage skills and sales skills. This is one of them. We got a lot more. We have a number of paid courses which are much longer and more detailed. In fact, we have a paid course that goes the next step. So not just tracking your activity metrics, but analyzing them and interpreting them so that you can understand really how to grow your business based on what you're doing. We've got a blog. We put up a few posts a week. Just spend a couple of minutes with us and get ideas that'll help you save time, be more productive, current news on the industry. If you're a brokerage manager, we've got a support system that provides you with tools and resources as well as training and development. Whether you're an experienced manager who just wants to pick up on a certain area, or you're a new manager trying to build an office, we've got a comprehensive customized solution to help you become the manager you've always wanted to be and help you drive success for yourself and your team. Finally, if you're looking for coaching, we can design coaching for you as an agent or as a manager. And while we offer traditional coaching with periodic interactions, one of the things we do that sets us apart is if you come to us with an issue, we will devise a system for you, combining courses and coaching to help you take that skill area, improve it, achieve the goals you want. That's what we do for you. That ends our course. I'd really like to thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me. I sure hope you take advantage of our activity tracking tool. I hope you found this information helpful and fascinating, and I sure hope you visit us at customskills.com, Custom Skills Development, and take advantage of all the training and development resources and tools that we have for commercial real estate professionals like you. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Bye-bye.